The military diet. Heard of it? If so, run. If not, welcome! The other day I was just being a YouTuber trying to find ways to punish myself, so I just searched on the internet, the hardest diet in the world, and there it was. The military diet. A 3-day diet that ambitiously promises to help you lose 10 pounds in 1 week. Its affiliations with the military are as real as missionaries with the missionary position. There are none. Is it based on evidence? Nope. The bottom line is it's unbalanced, unsafe, and about to be tested by me. Mom, what do you think about me doing this diet?
I think it's stupid. I don't think you're gonna last even 3 days. Like, have you even consulted a dietitian about it or anything?
I actually did.
Who?
Abby, is the military diet bad?
It is a hard pass for me. I mean, we're talking about an ultra low calorie diet. I would absolutely expect any weight that comes off to come right back.
Oh no.
I know that you're hitting the gym. I don't know how or why. You're probably not going to be feeling your best, and you're absolutely not going to be able to perform in the gym.
Huh. Okay.
So good luck.
Thank you, Abby, for crushing my dreams. All the weight I'm gonna lose is water weight, lack of nutrition, diminished metabolism, loss of gains, and then I completely stopped listening after that. But a wise man once told me when trying to sneak across the border to be afraid and do it anyway. Before breakfast, I weighed in at 192 pounds, which is gonna be my starting point, and here is me in my underwear for a physique update, and clearly none of me is excited for this diet. Cramping. Oh. I think I have to be wearing like swim trunks as a tribute to the water weight I'm about to be losing. So 192 pounds theoretically means I'm supposed to drop down to 182 pounds, which sounds like a lot. Is that considered diet clickbait? This is what I like to call a fad diet, ladies and gentlemen, which means find another diet. So today's calories are 1,400 calories, and then each day after that we are limboing lower and lower in calories. Luckily, we get coffee with thankfully no limits. It is 11:35. I tried to push this as far into the day as I could, but I'm starving right now. We have 1 slice of toast with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, which I'm gonna call an open-faced sandwich as a mental tactic to keep me full. We have a black coffee. If you guys don't drink coffee, there's an option between coffee and tea, but I kind of find that offensive. But if you guys have coffee, it has to be black, but luckily I like my coffee how I like my men, hot, strong, and black. And then of course on the side we have half of a grapefruit, which I find to be kind of unfair because it had all of me this morning. I have not had real peanut butter since the last YouTube video I had to film. So this is a kind of a treat for me. This is like the anabolic antichrist. That perfect grapefruit, not even a white thing in sight. Most diets are like a roller coaster. This one, however, is like parachute-free skydiving. There is no snacks. There's just breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then obviously each meal does not have a lot of calories, so getting out of the house and keeping busy is something that is extremely important, and I would usually recommend working because you can sit down and work, and then before you know it, a couple hours goes by, and you're like, oh my God, that much time went by, it's time to eat. But for me, this being my job, literally the next 3 days, my job is suffering on this diet. Putting together meal number 2 right now, and somehow the meals are getting sadder. I only get half of a cup of tuna. Is that even the full can? Oh, that's not looking good. I don't even get a full can of tuna. If this diet actually had anything to do with the military, this would be grounds for dishonorable discharge. Time for the next meal, which somehow has fewer ingredients than a prison recipe. I love how in the actual picture of the diet, it shows that there's a full can of tuna, but you can't have it. They're just a bunch of liars. Come on, like this is literally one biteable, in my world at least. That's dangerously dry. Dry bread, dry tuna, and a coffee to wash it down. Oh, but it is nice having some tuna, which can contribute to my 1/15 of a gram of protein per pound of body weight. At the grocery store right now to pick something up for dinner that I never thought I'd be getting, for the next 3 days. The interesting thing about this diet is that there's ice cream every day. The pro is that there's ice cream because, wow, what a treat. The con is that it has to be vanilla. That's like going to a fashion show, but then going home with the mannequin. If I'm being completely honest, temptations are everywhere. Even Jimmy's saying to me, put me in your mouth, Will. Put me in. No, Jimmy. No. Does Ben & Jerry's not make vanilla ice cream? Like 360 calories per serving? Jeez.
Haagen-Dazs, it is.
I tried to hold off as long as I possibly could, but I cannot wait any longer. I did make Katie a pretty good grilled cheese though. I think cooking for other people is gonna be my kink, so you better take advantage, girl.
I'm opening wide.
Next meal, which looks to be more like a toddler's lunch than an actual dieting meal. 3 ounces of any meat, AKA the summer camp special. So I went with beef, and then we have 1 cup of green beans, 1 small apple. I don't know if that's considered small, but it is to me today. And then half of banana, and then we have 1 cup of ice cream after this. To be quite honest with everybody, I am in a very bad mood right now, very snappy, feel very agitated for no reason, and I think it's just because I've pretty much had 600 calories today. Oh my God. I don't know why my head is hurting as I'm eating food. Doing things like this really makes you appreciate food, because even like during the day, I got so bored, and it just shows you how big of a part eating is in your life. And I got half the banana, which seems like nothing, but I feel like my confidence is gonna go pretty quick going into the weekend because the 76ers are in town. Banana with beef though, I think anything will taste good at this point. Not bad. And now it was time for ice cream. If you've ever wondered what kind of person gets excited by vanilla ice cream, it's the desperate kind who found themselves on a crash diet, of course. For a brief moment, I realized I can't eat the full pint, but I just decided to shut up and take what I can get. The nightcap is 1 cup of Haagen-Dazs ice cream, which is 540 calories. So a big chunk of my daily calories coming from ice cream. And I'm really questioning the food selection on this diet. It just seems like such a waste of calories when calories are so precious in this situation. It's like filling your house with a bunch of plasma TVs and then you can't even afford cable. Oh, full fat goodness. I feel like the ice cream's supposed to be some sort of like a mental trick to make you feel like there's like a light at the end of the tunnel, but it turns out it's just an oncoming train. Here are the final macros of the day: 60 grams of protein, 137 grams of carbs, and 59 grams of fat, which is just short of 1,400 calories. Feeling flat as a surfboard. My head is throbbing a lot. My muscles are aching a lot. My favorite exercise is jumping to conclusions, and I can already feel that I'm gonna rebound harder than Shaq when this diet's over. Things aren't looking that great, and it's kind of sad to hear that today's calories are reduced by 200. Yay! The total calories for the day is 1,200 calories, which is like Oompa Loompa dirty bulk level, or just a regular good-sized meal for me. This dish kind of represents how I feel inside right now. We have the other half of the banana, 1 egg. I think by now they know that I don't even have the energy to separate the yolk from the actual egg whites, 1 slice of toast, and then I will not lie, this is already my second coffee of the day. On the meal plan, they did not specify the egg. It just said 1 egg. So I thought I was being clever, and I was like, where could I find an ostrich egg in Canada? And that was not successful. Not getting really any protein on this diet. So again, I feel like my calves are gonna have to take one for the team so that the more important muscles can achieve some sort of protein synthesis. I'm very happy that we have some sort of carbs, because after this, we're gonna head to the gym. See, look at that drippage, that's when you know, oh, that's calories. I thought the workout was gonna suck, and my body sure didn't disappoint because it sucked, moving as much weight as a day one Walter White. Not only did I lose 5 pounds on every single lift, I also lost a ton of reps. Push, Will, push, push, Getting some inspo from C-Bum right there, but definitely going through the motions right now. I can't even really contract my muscles. I don't even think like my own signature Tim Hortons donut could give me a pump right now, but we're almost done. Push, oh yeah, push, 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 yeah, come on, yeah, While I would say never again, tomorrow is supposed to be a leg day, but it doesn't have to be. Rest day. This is the worst I have ever felt ever filming a diet YouTube video ever. And I've done a 48-hour fast video before. I know I had 20,000 calories a day before, but just let me have it, okay? Just let me have this one. I feel like I'm actually gonna throw up. After the gym, I walked into the change room and I made eye contact with this guy and I just wanted to throw hands, and it turned out to be myself in the mirror. I just had this like craving, this like really, really deep craving that I've never had for a diet fountain drink. 1 cup of cottage cheese, 5 saltine crackers, because you are what you eat, and then another full egg. I feel like this has to be rock bottom, and I think in a couple hours, I should be okay. Quick little update, I am not okay, like at all. So I have to do something, and really, really fast, or else something's gonna happen. So I went on to Google, and I found this article by Forbes. It says 10 unique ways to kill your cravings. I'm gonna try some of them out, and I'm just gonna hope for the best. The first one is lighting a vanilla scented candle. So there's this theory that the scent reduces sugar and chocolate cravings. Frosted cupcake? No, put that back. Don't do it. Don't. Bonfire? Bonfire? I kind of want to jump into one of those with how I feel right now. Baked apple pie. How could I not? Instant regret. So I finally found the vanilla scented candle, took it home, lit it, and it worked. Until it didn't, and I started to crave vanilla. Vinegar improves digestion by keeping food in the stomach longer. So here I go, taking a shot. Was I supposed to dilute that with water? Yeah, you should have mixed in water, Will. Yeah. And last but not least, pinching your nose or earlobes for 10 seconds. This is an ancient secret, and it didn't work. So I just went for a walk. Time for meal number 3. Usually I am the type of guy who needs to find ways to delay time for passing. So this was new. I was just looking at the clock. I was like, come on, let's go. We got 2 hot dogs, 1 cup of broccoli, half a cup of carrots, another half of a banana. I have been adhering to this diet, and now I'm getting punished. The ice cream is being slashed in half to only a half a cup of ice cream. Bullshit. We have 2 sausages without a bun, which sounds like a problem that I'm usually there to solve. Oh, do you hear that snap? I did. Wow. Any meat that I can get these next 3 days is just a privilege. I cannot imagine doing this for a month. I almost feel like the military diet was like auto-corrected for the machinist diet with Christian Bale. Brutal. I slept almost a full 12 hours and I feel still exhausted. My muscles are aching from the workout. I also feel really, really bloated, which I never thought I would. Then I kind of remembered I had a full pack of gum last night and then that large fountain drink. I think the tree-like appearance of the broccoli from dinner last night is the closest thing to wood I've had on this diet. It's just, all of my focus has been on food. 1,100 calories. That's like me swapping diets with my future child. Like, this is the day that I find out a coffee is actually my source of life. You should never feel like that on a diet. But I am still nervous because I do have to do some workouts today. Some workouts. My brain is slow on this diet. For the final breakfast, I'm diving into what appears to be either the world's worst grilled cheese or the most poorly improvised Lunchables ever put together. Like, this is the breakfast equivalent of celery. I'm pretty sure I've burnt more calories assembling and eating it than actually contained in the combined items. But on the bright side, I believe it's all uphill from here, I think. Workout is complete. On the treadmill right now, catching up on some steps, because if I don't do this, I'm not gonna get my 10,000 in, because all I wanna do is sleep when I'm out of the gym. Overall, the workout went well, though I couldn't get a hint of a pump no matter what I did going into the workout. We perform based on how we wanna perform, so instead of focusing on all the reasons why you can't do something, you might surprise yourself with what you can do. And surprisingly, I am not remotely hungry at all, but I just thought I would have the next meal, which is supposed to be a hard-boiled egg, but it said you can make the egg however you want it, and now that I think about it, I probably should have scrambled it with a sleeping pill so then I could wake up tomorrow morning and the diet would be done. We have finally made it to the last meal of the day, which is 1 cup of tuna. So I decided to make it on the pan and season it. I don't know if that's gonna help my situation at all.
Ooh.
You're jealous?
Mmm.
Don't be, it's not that great. Luckily, we upped it back to 1 cup of ice cream with Breyers, this time out of the Haagen-Dazs. Is it gonna be as good? We will see. Not even close. This is the finale. Tomorrow we wake up and do the weigh-in and see if it was worth it. There's no chance it was worth it. 185.5 pounds this morning. I actually see a pretty big difference. I don't know about you guys. I try to make the lighting as even as possible. It's really hard with the natural light. I feel like the suffering equaled out to the results, which is a good sign. I wasn't expecting a lot, but I'd still never do that shit again. We gotta go crush some donuts, Katie. Like right now. Like right now. Of the 6.5 pounds, I think I lost 1.5 pounds of fat. Not all of it's fat, obviously. There is a big difference between losing weight and losing fat. How I felt during this 3 days, you should never feel like that on a diet. That is just the wrong way to go. A diet should be sustainable, but you should also be able to enjoy it. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.